very hard to use.
Very hard.
It's very hard to use.
My doctor asks me some questions sometimes, Tom, and I don't understand what he's asking. So my Japanese is so-so.
Konnichiwa, Brandon-san.
Konnichiwa, genki desu ka?
I'm using translate. I'm using translate. I'm innocent. I'm using translate.
Hey, look at Tom made a cool face in the character.
No, this is
Tom,
just
that's
my...
pretty cool. How did you do that, you genius?
Oh, it's basically you just need to go to somewhere you can write, and you just press Windows and the period button at the same time. You can get...
Hey, Tom, if you look at that face you did as an avatar, how do you describe that face? What is his feeling? What is his emotion?
Like, suspicious.
Just
Suspicious? Okay.
Yeah, it's basically like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, DJ, I got my computer.
Co-host stuff,
Like
Bone.
when-
Honestly, I can't get it to start.
I summon.
I need to change the background in my computer.
Right. So we tried Bone, but I don't have it either. I don't think I'm.
Yeah, I got my.
We got knocked out of being host, you and I, Bone. So we can't even do chat room. So I don't know. Nakin said, "Okay, you guys, anyone gonna stop the chat, please?" So yeah, Nakin's getting annoyed with it. So listen to Nakin. He's a good class leader. By the way, Nakin, how are you?
Good.
Nakin, can we begin with your writing as a sample tonight? Because
Mr. Brandon.
Okay.
Mr. Brandon, you
Yes.
take your time and give me the co-host because now you're host, and when Mr. Declan is
you're
here,
right.
you are the co-host.
I see now. Okay, let me see if I can do it, Bone. I write Mr. Bone and I write more, and you are now the co-host, Bone. Yay, Bone! You got to be co-host.
Okay.
So now remember, Bone, if you want to, you can turn off the chat. If the
Okay.
chat starts to annoy students like Nakin and Jenny, then you can turn off that chat. And then
Wait.
Tom has to think of a new
Teacher,
way
how
to
to turn
address
off the chat.
I'm not sure. Bone, do you know how to do that?
I know it. I
Okay,
did
if you
it
want
several
to, you can
times.
do it. If it starts getting crazy, you can do it, okay?
Oh, Peter, look at my computer. I changed the background.
All right, you guys, let's look at Mr. Naked's homework assignment. It's pretty good, Naked. I liked it. Naked, can you read for us with your nice reading voice?
Yeah, but I can't really read the whole thing because it's kind of long.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, tell you what, Naked. Tonight we're going to talk about writing a strong conclusion. So can you just write a strong, can you just read the conclusion then?
Okay.
Okay.
I
So
bet
here we go
I
to
didn't
Naked.
do very much.
And I'm going to share it on the screen, Naked, so everyone can see it. And if it would please work, okay. Oh, this is funny. It's called Gojo the Cat. Do you guys know Gojo the Cat from Japanese?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Gojo, let
I
it
know.
roll!
Famous.
It's famous. Here's Gojo the Cat by...
I don't like.
um,
I don't
No, not that.
Whoa, Gojo Cat. Who's gonna write about that? Write a paragraph about that. That's incredible.
Not that.
you guys went crazy
like.
about Gojo.
Gosh.
Goal!
By the way, Naked, I'm happy you wrote about Gojo the Cat because you wanted to make academic writing more interesting, like basic writing. So thank you for doing that, Naked, because what you should write about are the things that are interesting to you. And then teacher Brendan will give you ideas on how to make it sound academic. So Naked, you were successful in combining things you are really interested in with academic writing. Nice work. Congratulations. Here you go, Naked. Just the conclusion.
In conclusion, Gojo Cat is suitable for any young fans who want to engage with Gojo and connect with him in a peaceful way. Gojo Cat is cute, calm, and non-threatening, rather than the violent, overwhelming, powerful, and natural combative Gojo. This helped lighten the mood of the show and reduce the intense violence of the original Jujutsu Kaisen, and making it more suitable for younger fans and audience.
Nice, excellent conclusion. Is a suitable let's call this here alternative, okay? Because they changed from the violent Gojo to the cute cat, right? So Naked, I want to use the word alternative there. So in conclusion, Gojo Cat is a suitable alternative for any young fans.
Basically, just Gojo replaced by a cute version or something. It's
Yeah,
just
kid version, Tom. That's what. Why did they do that? Here is Naken's first part. Part one. Hey, Kevin, can you read Naken's first part here? Gojo, but as a cat.
Most great tadi
Let
benefit.
the animal films come from Japan. One example is Jujutsu Kaisen. This is a story about sorcerers and their battles. It's a very good story, but it's not suitable for some younger audience because it is intense violence.
Yeah.
However, this can be turned down if the characters are replaced by a less intimidating figures like cats, especially Gojo Cat. The younger audience can also watch. These are the reasons why Gojo Cat is a suitable replacement for Black Razor Saucer. Gojo to make the anime more accessible for younger audience.
Nice. And so, Naked, do you see when I talk about when your vocabulary gets better and better, you can take this word like replacement and you can change it to alternative, right? So my advice to you guys, as you build your vocabulary in academic English, writing becomes easier. Spooky, I think you know this, your writing's really good. You begin to replace words like replace and alternative. You can use substitution words, and that way you're not using the same words over and over, and you make a really great essay. So that's really important, you guys. Okay. Nice work, Naked. And I want to show Mr. Bone because look at Bone's conclusion, our co-host, Mr. Bone. And so we saw Naked's. We'll save that. And now I want to go to Bone. Mr. Bone, are you ready, my co-host friend?
Okay.
Can you end with Diary of a Wimpy Kid? I thought this was a pretty great conclusion, too, because you made a strong presentation for school. So this is quite good, you guys. Here we go. And there you go, Bone. In conclusion.
In conclusion, Diary of a Wimpy Kid is a fantastic book for all ages. When the readers find it one of the first books they enjoy reading from start to finish. If we can be a kid like Greg in a story, what should we do? If we're looking for a book that is easier to read, check out this website and something that is too long to read. This can help us find the right book that fits our style so we can enjoy it every night.
Nice, Bone. And it's available at somethingthat'stoolongtoread.com. That's kind of funny. All right. Bone, very good. And then you said, teacher, shall I use this in a speaking contest? I said, yes, Bone, definitely you can use this in a speaking
I'll just delete some too many sentences so it can fit on like 3 minutes.
Okay. I think you can do it in a 3-minute presentation. Nice work.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
If I have the right pace for telling it.
The right page.
So when I presenting this 23 thing is cost 5 minutes.
Yeah. Hey, is Kapu here? Miss Kapu, you gave me your homework a little while ago, so let's go to Zalo and I'll get your homework. And I'll show you guys how I correct things. Sometimes I like to do this in class. So you say, teacher, how do you go about correcting our homework? And it's pretty easy. I just change it to the Zalo file. So there we are. Hello, everybody. And so we take, this is Kapu. There it is. But there's strange highlights. I don't know why there are strange highlights.
Hey teacher,
Yes.
why is this is my why this is my speech? This is not my speech.
I know, Kevin. Wait, I'm getting Kapu, not yours. Kevin's. I'm trying to get.
Why my mom is setting that thing?
Wait a second. I'm going to just download it here on Word file because it's easier. And that's doing weird highlights. I don't understand why this is doing weird highlights, you guys. Let me look at it together here. Kapu, if you're here, can you help me understand what these highlights are in your work? I don't understand this. It did something strange. So do you see it now, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, it says the research showed that people like pizza. Gonna write a paper on a climate change. She's done a lot of stuff in science.
Wait, this is the entrance test.
Yeah, I don't quite understand what this is. We're gonna have to. That's really strange, you guys. Thanks for
Wait, this
telling me.
is the entrance test,
I
actually.
know. Isn't that a little bit strange? Why did that come up, you guys? That's the entrance test.
Clues.
Let's go all the way to the bottom where Kapu said, "Hey, teacher, sorry, my late work is late." And
My
then we'll get it here. I
time
promise. Oh, it's wonderful. Okay, we're gonna quickly read through this, and I think can go through this. Let me read it because I can read really quickly, Kapu. So when I correct your work, what I do. Who is making strange noises?
It's Mr. Spooky.
Spooky, what do you want to say?
I was just saying Detective Conan.
Oh, you saw Conan and you went crazy. That's why. Okay, I understand. I thought you had an emergency or something spooky. Like, oh my God, the house is on fire. Okay. Detective Conan. There have been many books, stories, novels, comics launched, but my series is Detective Conan, which is a mystery, and I feel interested when I read it. Well, I feel interested. Let's change this a little bit. We have to use our correct red color, you guys. We do this. We do this. This is why it's always red. I feel interested in the work. You want to expand that a little bit, Kapu. And I feel interested in the work when I read it. When you read the name, let's not use you in our writing, everybody. Big no-no, academic writing. No, no, you. Stop using you. Because the reader is like, you talking to me? Who are you talking to, right? It's really confusing. So always use we. We. So you open it up to everybody, okay? That's really important. So I'm going to correct all these we's and use.
Yeah.
When we read the name, we will know this series is about a detective decoding, finding out. Series started in 94, received a lot of fame. Stories have made readers feel good and want to decode. To me, one of the characters really wants to travel into the stories because it's so interesting. Nice. Now, Kapu, if you could break up these contractions to it is so interesting. We really don't use contractions in academic writing because by writing it out, your writing becomes stronger. You're right. Because it's so interesting, it's too fast if you say, because it is so interesting, it gives your writing more power. And you can do that here because he's a detective. He is a detective, right? So break up those pushing together words with the NT. They're afraid. No, they are afraid. But this is well written, Kapu. It's very well written. Don't worry about that stuff. We just want to check things like you and they. Very good, very good, very good. We go a little bit more. Okay, now this is fine. For a personal touch, Kapu, it's okay to say I went to the Conan Museum. That's fine because now you are including a little bit of your personal details, and that's perfectly okay to do. Except, Kapu, take
Teacher,
out.
in the conclusion, she used you again.
Where do you see it?
Thank you for reading my program. I hope you like this.
Hey, wait a minute. You jumped ahead, Kevin. Let's go. Thanks to everyone. Kevin, I'm laughing. You jumped ahead. All right. So thanks to everyone for reading this program. And I hope you'll like this. I hope. What can we write there, you guys? I hope
Everyone
Everyone will like this.
everyone, yeah, or everybody. You decide everybody. Let's use everyone. I hope everyone will like this. All right. Kapu, what do you think? Is Kapu there?
Yes.
Kapu, is it embarrassing that I used yours as an example? I'm sorry. But Kapu, you're new to the academic writing courses, and most of these guys were in my basic writing class, and they know that I was like saying, no, don't use you, because our teachers used to punish us so bad in high school. They would give us our paper and say, go write it again, So that's why I'm like, oh my God.
Because he wrote you. That's why.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Teacher, when I'm presenting, I always use you, but my teacher say
And what did the teacher say?
she says nothing.
She says nothing.
Maybe it's not a narrative or anything.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Is your teacher foreign or from Vietnam, Bone?
Maybe
From
that.
Vietnam.
Okay, so she doesn't know, but in American
No, she
academic
knows.
writing, you
She
should
know, but
do.
she didn't care. She only cared the title.
She knows, but she's not correcting it.
No, she's not care because I'm presenting, not writing.
All right.
Someone is
All right.
dancing outside my door and it's annoying me.
You guys, let's read one more. You guys are funny tonight. All right, one more. I want to. How about that, Mr. Spooky Buck? You always have interesting writing. Oh yes, Spooky. Let's see what you wrote here.
Did you see you in my writing?
Spooky, you always put like surprises in your writing. All right, what did you write on Spooky?
I think I wrote about the Andy Griffiths and Terry Denton's
Hey, why don't you tell
number
computer?
30. Yeah, it's like they add up 13 example, like the 13 story treehouse or whatever.
All right, I'm gonna have to go to Zalo to find that Spooky because I can't find it on my.
I sent it on my mom's device.
Oh, so that came up as a Google document.
I don't know.
Yeah, but if that happens, I just change it over to a Word file, Spooky. So we're gonna go to Spooky's Word document writing. This says, check it for me. It's Ivy. Nice work, Ivy. Mr. Tom Fom on someone wrote dumb version. Alice 12. Spooky, there you are. This is nice blue writing, Mr. Spooky. I like this. Okay, yeah. Spooky, nice and short, so we can do one more of these. Here we go. Here is Spooky Buck, everybody.
23.
Now remember, Spooky always has surprises in his writing. So go ahead. There you go, Spooky. Are you there, Spooky? What happened? He got too excited and jumped out. Where did you go, Spooky?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, why is it? Why is it
Why is it blue?
Yeah.
Because I changed it from Google Documents, right?
the book titled the Griffiths and illustrated by Ted. Starts with the 13 story treehouse and their very next.
Wait, I can't hear you. I
Yeah,
can't hear you.
The very next written book adds up 13 stories. It's a successive book.
Yeah, I'm gonna hear anything again.
Next
And
up,
it's too fast.
36 story treehouse. Every story represents a level of the treehouse, and it could be a swimming pool or magical level, like a robot that gives us candy and ice cream. So far, I have read the 91 story treehouse, and they have added so many levels throughout the books. They also mention parts and stuff that were included in the past books as well, and this is the part that makes them sound and look so interesting. Not only because they do not forget to mention stuff from the past books, they also use the stuff.
Nice stuff. Spooky, you always your writing is so interesting because this is kind of your conclusion, Spooky, but it's so smooth, right?
I think there's more to this writing.
Yeah, yes. Kevin,
I think I wrote more than that.
All right. More? Where is more? Is it down here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you always have that. Oh my God. What the? Spooky, go ahead, read some more, please.
Something more interesting about Terry and Andy, they are the characters in the book. The illustrator and author are even characters in the book. That's like a unique idea any author illustrator could have. The fact they include their very personality in the book as well. Terry can draw well as a character while Andy writes. They even write the book in the book. Yeah, it's very true, Mr. Redden. I have like a whole set of those books.
Okay. Go ahead, Spooky.
In the book. And they write whatever happens in the book as well to make a book. Super unique idea I could ever encounter in my whole 11 years of living. They both are in fact the main characters of the book, also including another real life character called Jill, also known as Andy Griffith's wife. But in the book, they're just three best friends. Also, they look like 14 years old for some reason.
Oh my gosh. Spooky, do you know who Andy Griffith was?
I saw him on Google.
Oh my, that is
You
really
saw
scary,
him
you
on
guys.
Google.
You guys, let me show you this.
I also saw him on Google.
This is crazy. Andy Griffith was a policeman.
I saw his image on Google and he looks very old.
He's very old. He's still alive.
I saw his face on
90.
Google and he looks very old.
He was on a famous television program
I saw his
70
face on Google.
years ago. You guys are going to be shocked. They have a character called Andy Griffith. Okay,
Griffith?
he was 70 years ago. Andy Griffith was.
There isn't.
He was a small town sheriff, and this was his partner. This guy was called Barney Fife. Barney Fife is so annoying. He has this terrible voice. And this is Andy Griffith. He's really old now. Oh, he died at age 86. I didn't know that. That's really sad. He was a really nice guy.
I think you should add an S at the end. An S.
By the way, this is his boy. His name was Opie, but his real name is Ron
I'm searching
Howard.
it on Google and I see his children.
Do you guys know Ron Howard?
No.
This guy made many famous movies, Ron Howard. Ron Howard was a little boy. He became an adult actor, and then he became a famous movie director and producer, and he's a very talented guy, but he was only a little boy on this show, and he became super famous and just from being on this show.
I know why they love him, because he's a boy, like a kid, you know?
Yeah, and he was super cute, and he loved to go fishing, you guys.
Oh,
All right. Hey, Rosie, how are you?
oh, Rosie.
Is Rosie there? Hey, Rosie, how are you?
I
Can you use your microphone?
Mr. Brandon, look in the chat.
We want to hear
Mr.
Rosie
Brandon, look
speak.
in the chat.
In the chat. Okay, let's see in the chat. 20 new messages. All of them are beautiful. This is Andy Griffiths. Oh. but you know, I shouldn't do the link on this, Spooky, because it always ends my Zoom conversations, you guys. So I shouldn't do that. Okay. Today's lesson is the conclusion. That's why I was talking to you guys about conclusions, but I need a little bit of help here to read it. Let's get a student who hasn't had a chance to read, like Rosie and Selena and also Ivy. Hey, Ivy, how are you?
I'm great.
Good. Ivy, can you read for us, please? Because I want students, everybody, to have a chance to read, because we do have these kind of talkative boys, right?
Talkative, yeah.
You guys are funny, but you are very talkative. Okay, there you go, Ivy. If you can read this.
Okay. Week 5, writing a strong conclusion. Objective, learn to summarize the essay effectively and leave a lasting impression. Topics, reciting the thesis without repeating it, summarizing key points, offering final thoughts or call to actions. Activities, write a conclusion for the essay. Why physical exercise is important for teens.
Yeah, that's the recommendation for tonight, but we'll talk about that if you want to write that. We'll think about that's more of a debate topic. So let me think about that. We maybe can have a different topic, everybody.
Teacher,
All right.
what is a debate topic?
Well, debate topic is where the students argue in my class on Saturdays and Sundays and Wednesdays, as Ivy knows. Ivy, doesn't that sound like a debate topic? Why exercise is important for teens?
Yes.
We've already done it. That's why I want to change it, because some of you were in my debate classes, right? So yeah, maybe we're going to change that. I think it's best. So what that means, Tom, Mr. Din Koi, is that students talk about it for about 25, 30 minutes in a debate and discuss it and argue it in debate class. For writing an academic thing, yeah, it would be good for one page that you can use as a presentation like Bone's going to do. But we'll think of something maybe different. Okay, I wrote here a strong conclusion in high school level academic writing wraps up the essay effectively and leaves a lasting impression. Here are the fundamental elements. Mr. Kevin, can you read the first 3? Oh, but you have to turn on your microphone, Kevin.
Teachers.
Hello, Kevin. Here we go.
First, restate this thesis without repeating. Rephrase this statement in a fresh way to reinforce the main point. Avoid directly repeating the introduction. Instead, summarize the essence of the argument. Summarize key points. Barelife visit the main points and make the body and the essay connecting to the disease. Focus on the most impactful aspects without really explaining in detail. Succinctness, don't summarize. Show the points come together to support a contest argument.
Yeah.
Offer a new assignment and interpretation, synthesizing the information, press the radar, just like listing the points.
Yeah, now be really careful with this one here. Offer new insights. Don't put any new information that you didn't write about in your body paragraphs, or the teacher will say, wait, what's this? This is new, and you need to explain this. And we're in the conclusion, you're finishing your paper. So teachers get really crazy about that. They take their red pen, they go, no, don't do that, right? And so I actually did that when I was doing a major paper. Yes, Kevin.
In my Japanese class, when my teacher asked me to talk, when I was about to talk, the co-host turned off my mic again.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. You're fine.
And that's crazy a little.
You have good manners in class. Now, you guys, yeah, so just be careful. Don't introduce something new into your thesis, but it's really hard to do, you guys, because here it says, offer a new insight. No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's like dangerous, right? And then what's another one? This one, offer a solution to a problem, right? Be careful of that too, because if you introduce something new, then you could actually introduce something that's kind of like really strange that you didn't talk about. Hey, Tom number 2, Dean Coey, can you read this one? Provide a sense of closure.
Okay, provide a sense of closure and aim to wrap up the essays in the way that feels satisfying and complete. Avoid ending abruptly or introducing new points that could lead to questions instead of clarity. Like that?
Yeah.
Is that?
No, read 5 and 6 too. You can read 5 and 6.
Okay. Connect to broader implication or significance. Explain why the topic or argument matters beyond the scope or of the essay. Consider adding a thought-provoking insight, question, or call to action to leave a lasting impact on the reader. 6. Maintain formal tone and avoid cliches. What is cliches?
Cliches are like repetitive things that people keep saying over and over that just aren't interesting.
Oh, keep going with academic and avoid cliches, like in conclusion or as stated above.
Yeah, they use those over and over in writing. In conclusion, as stated above, and the teacher's like, "Oh my God, I've heard these 100 times." Right? Interesting because if we go back to Naken's essay on the anime, he makes the conclusion really interesting. Insight, thought-provoking questions. He does a nice job of that in the Naken conclusion. Now, you guys, this is crazy because if you look at this, there are 6 points to a conclusion, and it's all this like, do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that. It gets kind of crazy, right? So you guys already know how to write an interesting conclusion. My only advice is if you're going for high impact, don't introduce some like crazy idea. And I'll mention Naken's writing again because Naken just said this is why this is a really great anime or animation. And that's the correct way to do it. It's a strong skill you have, Naken. Okay, let me give you a weak conclusion, strong conclusion. I'll get somebody here to read who hasn't had a chance. Selena, would you like to try a chance to read?
Okay.
Okay, so Selena, can you read? I gave 2 examples, weak conclusion, strong conclusion. And then,
all right.
Okay, here we go.
Weak conclusion. Japanese anime is popular all around the world. It has a lot of different genres and appeals to people of all age. Anime just going to keep getting more popular. Overall, it is clear that anime has had a big influence on global entertainment. Why is weak? This conclusion is generic, vague, and doesn't leave a lasting impression. It repeats basic information without offering a deeper insight or emphasizing the main point of the essay. Strong conclusion. Japanese anime has not only reshaped global entertainment, but has also created a distinct cultural culture cultural
Culture.
right that resonates across generation and borders. Through its intricate storytelling, rich visual artistry, and whole exploration of complex themes, anime has challenged and inspired audience worldwide, offering a lens into Japanese culture while fostering a universal language of shared experience. As anime continues to evolve, its influence will likely expand further, inspiring both creative expression and cultural understanding in an increasingly inter, interconnected world. Okay.
Nice. Kind of big language. This was written for high school students in year number 3. So they made it a
Oh,
little bit more difficult. Basically, what it's saying is anime spreads all over the world because even students, teenagers, and primary students in other countries can understand what the stories are talking about and they can feel the emotions of the characters. So it goes across country borders. Via the internet, you can watch anime on YouTube or something, or on television in Vietnam. Okay. Hey, let's ask Jimmy. How's Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Jimmy, can you read why it's strong, this strong conclusion?
Yes. Why strong? This conclusion effectively summarizes the main points, highlight anime's impact on culture and global entertainment. It also leaves the reader with a sense of anime's broader significance, suggests a future impact which makes a conclusion feel meaningful and thought-provoking.
Yeah, it provokes your thoughts. You think about it. I think Nakin was trying to say that about the cat thing, the cat sorcerer. He was saying it really makes you stop and think about it. That was pretty cool. Hey, Jimmy, let's check yours and we'll check your conclusion here. And then you tell me if you like your conclusion. See what good points you have in your conclusion. And so here we go. And Jimmy, if you can read the conclusion here, can you read this?
No, this is not my conclusion. It's the body.
Right at the bottom here.
Yeah, right.
Okay, there you go.
In short, the Secret Garden conveys profound message about healing, the power of love, care, and nature bringing about change and restoration. Nature is not only means of healing, but also is a resource of inspiration and joy, helping the characters find themselves and live a fuller life.
Yeah, really nice conclusion, Jimmy. Nice work. I was really interested in this because my sister's 2 daughters, my nieces, read The Secret Garden like 30 years ago or 32 years ago. And I came back from Japan. I visited Chicago and they had this book and the cover looked really interesting. Ivy, do
Wow.
you know The Secret Garden that Jimmy read? Yeah. Did you like it, Ivy?
I wrote it. I read it when I was 7.
Oh,
I
was it? Did you
I
read it?
have that book at home too.
Did you read it in English or Vietnamese?
Both.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I asked that because the Japanese.
Teacher, this is the cover.
What is it?
Yeah. I have that. Yeah, I have
I
that.
have that book. Jimmy, where is that cover? You just showed the cover.
This is the cover of this book.
Yeah,
You,
I had that. I
Yeah,
have.
that's it. Jimmy, I remember that cover looks so beautiful that I asked
so
my
beautiful
nieces.
and is so secretary.
Oh, it's a wonderful. So, Jimmy, I want to read that book because this conclusion was really strong. So, thank you for that. Nice work.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys, do you know what your homework's going to be? Can you write me a
Um,
conclusion? Any topic is okay for your conclusion. Any book that you
everything like everything.
About
So we have a lot of more time. 25 more minutes.
I know, don't worry. I'm just telling you what the homework is, Kevin. All right. So for your homework, can you write me a good conclusion? Now, what we can do is we have 25 minutes, as Kevin said. We have a lot of time. So if you write in the chat without spamming the chat with crazy stuff, like spooky, putting things in here about Andy Griffith and all these things.
Wait, can I add some example in the conclusion?
Yeah, can you add to your conclusion? Do you want to use last week's work? You could save time and energy if you use last week's work. All you have to do is just make it stronger for me. Do you want to try that, you guys?
Okay.
Yeah, because then that's easier for you. Let's see, Jenny, you wrote this thing on the importance of the Bible, so I'm going to go to Jenny's work. Jenny, let's check your conclusion. I thought this was really cool too. Let's see, Jenny, where was it? I'll have to go back to Zalo to get the title of it. So there's Spooky, and there's Miss Duke, there's Kapu, and yeah,
Teacher, why do when Alex 11 what year?
what? What is that question?
Why is Doom here?
Why is who?
Doom is here.
I don't understand.
Why is Doom is here? I mean that.
Why is who? Kevin, how do you say the name?
DUNG. Oops. There's some.
Why is what? Can you put it in chat? Write it in chat.
Yeah,
Kevin.
is it?
Okay. So in chat, because then I can understand the name you're saying. Like, why is so and so here? Okay, so we're looking, and Kevin writes. Kevin, where's that message in chat?
No, I forgot his name.
Well, can you write it in English letters?
I also forgot his name.
Who is this mystery student, Kevin? Quickly.
I don't know. I forgot his name. He's in writing 3 and basic writing 4. I forgot his name.
Well, I don't know. I can't understand who you're saying. Okay. I want to go to Jenny's work. Think about your question if you can find out another thing. So Jenny wrote about her love in the Christian Bible and the conclusion, Jenny. Let's go back to your conclusion because I graded this before class. I'm going to make it bigger. Jenny, can you read this for us? Oh, yeah, this is a nice conclusion too. Now I remember. Go ahead, Jenny.
In conclusion, the Bible stands as a splendid text that has deeply influenced countless aspects of human civilization. Its relevance extends beyond its religious context, touching various planes of human life and continuing to be a source of wisdom, guidance, and inspiration for millions around the world. As we reflect on its profound legacy, we recognize the Bible not only as a sacred scripture, but also as a cornerstone of human history and culture.
Very nice. Strong conclusion. Do you see what one thing that I know also here, Jenny, is I'll put the share screen on. The Bible is used in literature, American literature. This is a famous book called The Grapes of Wrath. It's about 100 years ago, the farmlands were destroyed because there was no rainwater. And this family called the Jodes were super poor and they got in this old car. This is by John Steinbeck. And this is the family, they made a film version. They were really poor people. They had no money and they had to leave their farm and they had to go to California. And they were treated really badly in California because they were given only a little bit of money to pick fruit from the trees from the rich landowners. And so John Steinbeck won the Nobel Prize in Sweden for this book, The Grapes of Wrath. And Jenny, The Grapes of Wrath comes from the Bible. So he took the name from the Bible. And yeah, so there it is, The Grapes of Wrath. So that's the importance. That's what you're talking about in your conclusion, Jenny. Very cool. And you should read The Grapes of Wrath if you want. There are a lot of Christian elements in The Grapes of Wrath. that John Steinbeck used. He combined socialism to make Christian socialism. It's kind of cool. In Vietnam, you have basic socialism. Hey, there's Alice, 12, in Ho Chi Minh City with this cool disguise. How are you, Alice, 12?
Robert,
Yes. Alice just gives us a thumb up. Microphone isn't good, Alice?
Her microphone.
Alice is going deep undercover as a spy. Is Monday tomorrow spy day at secondary school?
Maybe she learn for
The
her.
the teacher said, please put a mask and a black hat on. Okay, so can you do me a favor? Can you write? Rosie said, Edogawa Conan, not Edogawa. There you go. Who is that from? That's from Rosie. Rosie, that's a funny comment. Rosie, who was talking about
Kevin.
Edogawa? Yes.
Do we write?
Yeah, they're talking about a Japanese Conan, Edogawa Conan.
Oh.
You guys are having a little discussion about
Teacher,
Edogawa.
why boy say he was stopping the chat? Why I see he doesn't stop the chat?
All right, you guys keep talking about this, so I'm going to have to check out what is this Conan Edogawa. Conan is what Rosie said. Rosie, would you like to write about this for your exciting conclusion?
No, actually.
All right. No, not that interested in it. Okay. Rosie, you corrected someone, but you said you yourself aren't so interested in it. Let me see. What do we have? Edogawa Conan. All right. Is this him, you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, why is this kid? He's a junior detective. Is this boy like really intelligent?
No, he's just like a high school student, but
he's high school. He's so short.
Yeah, but he just drank in a strange medicine from a unknown groups. So he started to be a junior or elementary student.
Yeah.
Isn't he a smart high school?
Really? So he drank a smart medicine and then he went to
No,
No,
like
it's just a
maybe-
strange medicine.
Okay. Very interesting. What's he doing here? He's in London.
his family is very rich,
Yeah.
and they know why the reason why he's so small, so they have to protect him.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
You guys really like your anime. Now, do you guys know the Spy Family? This became really popular in Taiwan. All the kids loved it.
I don't know.
I like that.
You like this one?
Yeah.
No.
That's called Spy X Family, like Spy and Family combined together.
Now, is this little girl, is she powerful like Conan? She's like a little girl with all this energy.
She
has
she's
a special
power.
What's her magic? Like she has a magic power, or she just
No,
super
like
intelligent?
she can read.
Telekinesis, like that, right?
Oh, telekinesis. Ah, okay, you guys.
That's a type of telekinesis.
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh. Now, Tom, this is going to sound really strange, but one of my birds has telekinesis, but he doesn't have the power anymore. And if you say, how does Brendan Teacher's bird have telekinesis? It's because I would play YouTube videos of parakeets chirping because I didn't want him to be lonely. And he, before I would even turn on the bird on YouTube, he would start chirping, going, and he could not see the screen and he could not hear the bird because I didn't press play. So how did he know that, right? So that bird has telekinesis. I know it sounds crazy. So you guys, Tom, thanks for using that word telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
And then in Vietnamese?
Điều khiển từ xa.
All right.
So what's Japan? What's this word in Japan?
Oh, okay. Kevin, what is it in Japan? I think it's telekinesis. You know, the Japanese always just change words to Japanese pronunciation. There it is, Kevin. Telekinesis. Ready?
Telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
And there's one kind. What
is it in Chinese, you guys?
Oh, when in England, spider became spider in Japan.
All right, there you go. Very cool. Thanks for telling me that, Selena. Okay, so you guys love your anime. Do you want to write an academic paper like
Yeah, I don't
Megan
like
about your?
anime.
Do you like it,
Okay,
Kevin?
No.
yeah,
Okay,
I
so
like it.
you like it. So Selena, remember this is academic writing and it's kind of super serious, but you guys should write what you're interested in, right? So like Nathan said, like I kind of miss in the basic writing, we could write these creative stories, right? And so if you write about anime, it brings back that magic.
I like anime, but only in Japanese.
Oh, very
What do
cool.
you mean
Also,
only in Japanese?
Spooky likes to write these wonderful fiction stories.
Anime is everywhere. I
Yeah.
mean,
And so, Spooky, you like to write like imaginative fiction stories. So when you describe fiction for academic writing, it lets you bring some of the magic back when you talk. Is that okay, Spooky? Because I really like your imaginary story, Spooky. I'll tell you what, this is lesson number 5. Maybe for lesson number 6 next week, we could just go back and write a fantasy story, something that you guys really enjoy, right? Because you guys, you really love your fantasy stories. So if you want, we could, do a fantasy writing lesson next week. But just remind me, so I don't forget. Like, I don't want to prepare like a really strict academic writing. And you guys, hey, teacher, you were supposed to give us a fantasy story because I teach 8 classes a week and sometimes I forget what we're supposed to do, right? Hey, Bone, do you like this idea of a fantasy story for next week?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, for 7, we'll try to do a fantasy story and we'll do a little bit of a lesson on how to write a fantasy story. And then you guys give me your suggestions for fantasy stories because you guys love writing this anime stuff, right?
yeah.
You're right.
And that's fine with me because you should do what is interesting for you. Okay, in the chat, if we're not spamming chat, can you guys paste in your conclusions from the stuff you did last week? I mean, I can do it myself, but I just want to see if you have access to your corrections in Zalo. If you could type in, paste in, what did you write for your conclusions? Okay, it's easy.
If I write anime in if I translate anime from Japanese to English, it will much more time.
Oh, really?
From 15 to
Gửi
30 minutes.
Okay, so for example, let's take a look. Who is this?
So,
This is
Teacher Brandon,
yes.
so we take our corrected conclusions and paste it on the
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah, please do that because it saves time. And then what we can do is I'll just say improve your conclusions, for next week. That's your homework. Let's see.
So we just paste it. But do we like edit anything?
Yeah, anything, but do what you did last week because let's see. This one's kind of interesting. I'll put this in my teaching notes because when I paste into chat, like I said before many times, you guys, it always knocks me out of chat. It actually knocks me out of Zoom. I hate that. I don't know why. I have a weird glitch to my computer and it does evil things to my computer. Yeah, the Zoom. I don't know why. Does anyone know why Zoom would do that? I go to paste something in and it puts me out of Zoom. This little boy from Canada, I won't tell you his name. He's Vietnamese, but he lives in Canada. He's kind of mischievous. He said, "Good, teacher isn't here. Let's go crazy." But I come back in 1 minute. I always catch him doing crazy things. Hey, Kevin, there's your conclusion. I put it there. So, Kevin, by the way, what is this lizard, this salamander? How do you say it?
Like that.
Axolotls? Axolotls?
Axolotl. I think it's axolotl.
Axolotls.
Do you guys have those? Kevin has that lizard in his house or something.
Yeah, I have one, but it's kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy. Why is it crazy?
Axolotl usually eating worm, but this one is so crazy that he's eating a fish.
Oh, it eats fish. That can get expensive. Do you have to buy it new fish?
I have to buy a lot of fish.
Yeah, so he's eating fish. And so you have to buy new fish. Does he eat small fish or big size fish?
Good for me. It's eating small fish.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. I didn't do the whole thing here. Now, Kevin, this was kind of an interesting conclusion you have here. I want to help you with this conclusion. We have 10 minutes more of class, okay? So now this, Kevin, the only suggestion I would say is for a conclusion, don't put the steps to taking care of your oxalo salamander here. You you said, okay, here are the 3 steps, but these should actually be your 3 steps on how to take care of it. You should well, you are repeating them, but you already put them in the main story, right? So we have to figure out how to do this a little bit different. Okay, I really like oxalos. That's fine. Oxalo is easy to feed, and we should maybe right.
Teacher, there's only one huge problem. In Japan, they don't sell this kind of.
Okay.
In Japan, it don't sell this kind in Vietnam also.
No, Vietnam has those as well.
Yeah, but in somewhere, but in my city, it doesn't have any. I found all pet stores.
Just because you don't know where to buy it.
I don't know.
And then, Kevin, I'm going to make your conclusion like this. By the way, Kevin, we'll show a picture of this. I'm curious to see if the girls
Yeah,
in class.
yeah, I know. I can show this picture. Like,
Yeah, but the question I want to ask.
Yeah, I will show you.
Let's ask Rosie. He's talking about a salamander called an oxo. Are you interested in this, or do you think they're?
Yeah, I'm going to send you in the picture.
I'll ask Rosie. Rosie, what do you think? You know, Kevin is really excited about this. So let me stop this share and I'll go to Kevin's original story about oxalo. Nice. Kevin actually included pictures, which I think is pretty cool.
I don't know this is an amphibian or a salamander. I didn't know much.
So, Rosie, is this interesting to you or does this look gross?
Hey, teacher, want to see the real picture about this kind of
I just
salamander?
want to ask the ladies in class, Nelly, what do you think of? Kevin loves these things. Do you think they're interesting or just gross?
Yeah.
Gross, yeah.
Definitely.
Ivy likes them. Ivy says definitely like them. Ivy, why do you like them?
I gross on them because they're eating worm. They're beautiful, but they're eating worm.
They eat worms, and that's good that they eat worms.
And they poop a lot.
They poop a lot. Oh my.
And they only stay in one place, not many places.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, is this really a good pet, Kevin? Because it just stays in one place all the time. Okay, I'm going to write a quick story for you because you love it.
And I thought it's really easy to feed, but when I try to feed my pet axolotl, it doesn't eat anything. The other fish were eating, then this guy was still sleeping. And I don't know why. What is this thing, teacher?
Do you know iguanas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does the name iguana have an S?
Why here a big fat iguana?
Iguana in different expression. Please tell me that.
One moment, just finishing the story, you guys. Okay. So, who would like to read the story? Let's see. Jenny, you want to read that? Go ahead.
Crazy teacher.
Jenny's going to read.
I know this very nice Japanese woman named Sachiko. She is one of my wife's oldest friends. She had a medium-sized iguanas. She loved her iguana. She made a terrible mistake on night, and she left the iguana outside. It got really cold, and the iguana died. When she told her husband, he laughed at her. Why are you sad about a lizard? She snapped back at her husband. I hate you.
It's a true story. I was really shocked. Her husband was kind of a weird guy. Sachiko was really kind, but her husband was a kind of a chemical engineer. Do you guys know this word here? One of my students said, "Why is that a funny word, Brendan?"
Yeah.
I'll show you guys. I'll put it
Teacher,
here.
when there's nothing, when my daddy buys three fish in my second floor tank, it's full with beautiful fish. But when it dies,
Don't give beautiful
my
fish to
daddy,
that lizard. Okay.
my daddy not happy.
You guys do know that one? Selena, do you know this?
Ooh!
공감내 공내.
Right.
He's a geek.
Sachiko's husband was a geek, right?
Oh.
That's why he was laughing. Or you could say Sachiko's husband was a
Teacher,
I said, nah, he's a nerd. I know how to do nerd voice.
I know the leader of the reader.
Sachiko's husband was a dork.
No, he's not. He's not a dork. I think
He laughed at the lizard. The poor iguana died, you guys. Does everyone know the iguana? You guys know what an iguana is? So if you guys want to use those words, it's okay. They're not terrible words. You could say like, oh, my sister's new boyfriend is a dork. He's a geek, right? It's okay to say that. It's not terrible. It's not like swearing. It's just. So here's what it was, you guys. It was a beautiful iguana. It was really big. It was about 1 meter long. She loved it. And the poor thing died outside on a winter night in Japan. So.
Wow, what a nice fish.
Yeah, it's big. And also, you can find them on the beach on some islands in South America.
Teacher, I know what exactly the name of my crazy axolotl is.
What about these, you guys? This is close to
a
Vietnam.
Komodo dragon, I know.
I know.
You guys hate these things because, I mean, they're just so dangerous, right?
I mean,
I like this
but it's very rare.
It's on that one island, right?
Hey, teacher,
Yeah.
do you know that a mouth of a Komodo
So we
dragon
have to save them,
full of
but
50 bacteria?
that's very dangerous.
Very dangerous, you guys. I wouldn't like to be near these things, right?
But teacher, why some people still can taking picture about a Komodo dragon?
Look at how powerful it's eating a baby cow. I mean, that's terrible.
Teacher,
Yeah.
I need to show you a crazy picture.
And here they are fighting. So I wouldn't want to go to this island in Komodo in Indonesia.
Teacher,
I like
I'm
now.
I'm telling the truth. I'm going to send you a crazy picture.
All right, that's fine. Send a crazy picture. Oh, very nice bone. Bone, I'm going to take this and I'm going to paste it into our notes for tonight so you guys can all read these because I think it's important to put these things in notes.
Hey, teacher, ready to see the crazy picture?
Yeah. All right, one second. I want to take this story away because it's a bad story. And then I'll check it out in just a second.
Teacher, I told
It's
you
coming,
the truth.
Kevin. It's coming. Oh, there it is. Now, is that person really close? They shouldn't do that, Kevin.
Yeah,
That's
and they didn't die. That's the crazy thing.
oh my God. All right.
Wait, they didn't die?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if I would do that. Okay, so whose conclusion is this? I'm not even sure what I'm doing here. This is the
Bonusing. Mine.
Bone. Okay, so Bone, let's see what you wrote. Bone, can you read it? This will be our last thing for tonight.
Me?
In conclusion, Diary of a Wimpy Kid is a fantastic book for all age. The book has been famous around the world. Many readers find it one of the first books they enjoy reading from start to finish. If we can be a kid like in the story, what should we do? If you're looking for a book that is easy to read, check out this Too Long website.com. This can help you find the right book that fits your style so you can enjoy it every night.
Nice. Let's see if we can be a kid like the characters in the story. I'm going to put characters there for you, Bone. So if we can be a kid like the characters in the story, what should we do? Oh, hey, Bone. Oh, no, you guys. What did Bone do?
What?
What did he do, you guys? What do you see?
No, I put we in there.
If we are looking for a book, this can help us find the right book. Oh, please stop doing that. The right book that fits our style. So Bone, do that, please. Okay. Bone, this is good homework. This is pretty much finished, right?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So, Bone, that's your homework. If your mom said, did you do the homework? You say, yeah, that's mine. That's the sample, you guys. So, you guys, I'm going to call this Bone sample. And so, remember, I always make copies of your teacher's notes in PDF and Microsoft Word. So, if you guys want to look at a really good conclusion, Bone just gave you one. But many of you guys already know how to do this because Nakin
Teacher
did.
Tom is stretching.
Tom, be nice. Enough of the mischief, okay? All right. Can I say goodnight to you guys because it's been a long day?
Teacher,
My voice is
I
damaged.
only see one problem.
What's that?
Why Tom isn't have a chance to read?
Oh, well, what is it? Who didn't have a chance to read?
Tom.
Which
Me?
Tom? Tom number 1 or Tom number 2?
Tom number 1.
Tom number 1 was busy making Halloween scary pumpkins and stuff. So I'm a little bit
And now
worried.
he's out. He's still making the funny guy pumpkin.
Where did he
Wait.
go, by the way? He disappeared.
He's out.
He's out. Yeah, he should say, teacher, I have to leave early, right? Okay, so I want to say thank you to Tom, too. Always a pleasure. Selena, thanks. Bone, very good. Kevin, bye-bye. We'll see you. Spooky, always great to see you. Dinkoi, Tom number 2, very good. Jenny, thank you for reading. Ivy, very nice. Jimmy, very good. Kev, Nakin, thanks. Kapu, thank you for coming. And Rosie and Alice in her spy family thing. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye,
teacher.
teacher.
Bye.
Hi, teacher.